For those of you in the room who know me personally, you know that I like to stir up discussion. It's kind of my trademark. I can whip up a controversial discussion faster than just about anyone else I know. I love it even better when that discussion leads to action. My passion around hazing prevention comes from two places. First, it comes from the fact that I almost did not join a fraternity because I was afraid of being hazed myself. Fortunately, a new group was starting on campus, and they said from the very beginning hazing wasn't going to be part of what they were doing, and I bought in. I can't even imagine how different my life would be if that had not happened to me, and hazing almost stopped my career from happening. My second source of personal passion on this issue is one that motivates me to action today. It comes from the fact that I am an adoptive parent. I adopted my son Isaiah when he was 8 years old. Today, Isaiah is a productive, hell-raising 12-year-old. He does well in school. He has a lot of friends, although he has not expressed much interest in girls at this point, or boys. We're not sure which way that wind's blowing. He is completely obsessed with lacrosse and robots. Those are his two obsessions, and our Christmas list is very full of robots and lacrosse items. He is a good-looking kid. He's funny. He's well-mannered. He's very social. I anticipate that some very trying years are ahead of me as he enters high school, full of curfew violations, parties, and excuses for rebellious behavior. But what I have nightmares about is my son entering the fraternity recruitment pool in about 7 years. He has seen my fraternity involvement, and he spends a lot of time around the college men I advise at Colorado State University. So I'm pretty sure he's going to go to some campus looking to join a fraternity right away. I'm betting that some fraternity, hopefully mine, will recruit him aggressively. If he continues with lacrosse, who knows, he might join a club to do that. I don't know. But back to my nightmare. See, what you and those lacrosse players or those fraternity men rushing my son someday don't know is that Isaiah had a pretty scary childhood before he came to us. He was desperately neglected by his drug-abusing birth parents. He usually didn't have enough food. He didn't know how to brush his teeth until he was 7 years old. No one made sure he got to school on a regular basis. He saw his mother being beaten physically by his birth father. He watched his birth father sexually abuse his younger sister right in front of him. In fact, the only way my son avoided being beaten himself was by projecting a perfect little boy image. To this day, my son has a very difficult time admitting when he's done something wrong. This is the one issue that we know we're going to have to work on for the rest of his life, is getting him to step up and be okay with taking blame. You see, for my son, Isaiah, being wrong meant being beaten as a young child. My son is terribly afraid of being wrong, and as much as we offer him unconditional love and acceptance, it's very hard to reverse that hidden harm. I catch my son in an act red-handed, and he will still try to find a way to explain away the blame for his action. So imagine, you will, my son joining a fraternity in 7 years. He at this point, hopefully, is a well-adjusted young man, has dealt with his childhood trauma as best he can. He was popular in high school, probably too popular for my taste. He has benefited from years of structure and parents who love and encourage him very much. But he joins that fraternity or lacrosse team where new members are subjected to new member rights. Maybe the older members try to break down my son by putting him in humiliating situations or lineups, asking him questions he doesn't know the answer to. Maybe they yell in his face, telling him he is wrong and unworthy of membership. They make him feel worthless. Now, of course, there's no way that the 20-year-old yelling in my son's face can possibly anticipate the damage he's doing. In his mind, he's having some innocent fun at a new member's expense. He's doing what's been done to dozens of other new members who came along before my son. Does he intend to trigger a damaging psychological episode for Isaiah? Probably not. Does he mean to effectively undo years of love and effort to help my son rebuild his confidence and well-being with one stupid pledge activity? Probably not. Does he mean to cause Isaiah a frightening flashback to his abusive birth father? Probably not. Do the older members of the lacrosse team mean for my son to drink a deadly amount of liquor so he can avoid feeling wrong or not right, or at least not right for them? Probably not. Could it happen? Absolutely. Here's the thing. I don't think that 20-year-old yelling in my son's face means to do him harm. He doesn't know. How could he know? Certainly my son isn't going to write an essay about his early childhood abuse on his rush application. My son, like everyone else's son, will be most concerned about being accepted by the group. Neither young man is thinking about the hidden harm that lies beneath the surface. Neither young man is going to anticipate the depression or the nightmares or the self-damaging behavior that stupid night of hazing might trigger. Neither young man will think about that, but maybe you're in a position to warn them about it. Perhaps today you will adopt a new strategy for hazing prevention that will someday save my son's life. I want to take my potential nightmare and turn it into a discussion right now, here today. 7 years before I need it. Today at this lunch, I want to initiate some action. With the help of my two colleagues who are here with me today, we're going to introduce you to a new way of thinking about hazing prevention that is based on a wellness approach. We call it hidden harm, and I truly believe that it's an approach that will resonate with some of the students back on your campus. To begin, I'll ask my friend and colleague Travis Apgar to the mic to tell you a true story of hidden harm.